Hi, it's Katie, and it's time for February's Project Roundup. These are all the craft and DIY projects I completed last month, and I like to only show projects that I've actually completed, but this month I have a few things that are in progress. One is almost done, nearly done, and the other is I'm just stuck on, and I thought maybe you guys could give me some ideas or insight on how I should proceed. So this is the project that's been kind of giving me fits. This is a hand puppet, and I want to make this for my little girl's Easter basket, so she has a nice toy in her Easter basket. And it started out as a bunny, so I had the buck teeth, and I was going to put floppy ears on it. It was going to be an Easter bunny, perfect, right? And as I was making it, it started to look more like a hippo than an Easter bunny. So I said, fine, I resigned myself to the fact that she's going to have an Easter hippo. So I made the teeth a little bit stubbier, I made the tongue a little bit wider, and then I added these nostrils. And it's looking like a hippo, and that's fine. She can have an Easter hippo. So I go and I make the eyes, and I really like these kind of cartoony anime-like eyes. But when I go to put the eyes on, suddenly my hippo is starting to look more like a dragon. So if her Easter bunny is going to be an Easter hippo, it might as well be an Easter dragon. So I don't know if I should try to make it look like a hippo or try to just go on with it looking like a dragon. I've been looking at pictures of hippos, like cartoons, and they have like little beady eyes, close-set beady eyes, so I think that might make it look more like a hippo. But I do like these kind of eyes, so I don't know. If you have some ideas, you should leave them in the comments, please, because I don't know. I'm stuck, and every time I work on this, I end up tearing it out, and I just don't know which way I should be going with it. So if you are Team Hippo, or if you are Team Dragon, or if you have some completely different idea for me, leave me some comments down below, because I would love to finish that so I don't have to think about it anymore. The other project that I have that's in progress is this scarf, and I'm really happy with the way that this is turning out. I love zigzag patterns, and I'm really happy with how this is looking. I like zigzag patterns, but a lot of zigzag patterns you'll see gaps here and the increases and the decreases. So I really like these solid zigzags where you can't see those gaps, and I just love the texture of this one. And I made it in my two favorite colors, green and green. So I'm really happy with how this is turning out. I just need to, like I said, hide these ends, and I did a pretty big section here where I did hide the ends so you can get kind of an idea of how it will look when it's finished. But I will be writing this pattern up and posting it on my blog, and I'm also making a video tutorial that hopefully I will have finished soon. Hopefully next week. It's getting harder for me to make videos. My little one is becoming more mobile and more active, and that's a wonderful blessing, but it's making it a little harder to make YouTube videos. So hopefully next week I will have this tutorial up, and the tutorial will show you how to make this into a scarf, but it will also show you the adjustments so you can make it wider and turn it into a blanket or an afghan or a baby blanket. And I really like this pattern. I think I will be making a throw for my family room in the same pattern. It feels nice and it looks nice, and I love the classic zigzag pattern. So that is my other in progress that I should be able to finish tonight or tomorrow night if I just can get some uninterrupted time to hide all those ends. Of my finished projects, I have this silly little thing. I've been wanting to make this for a while, and I just had to sit down and do it. It didn't take long, but it's just I've been putting it off. But this is what I'm going to use for my profile icon picture. I just need to photograph it and crop it and use that for my YouTube and my Facebook. And it's basically what's up there now. I just like how it looks with the crochet and the yarn. It just looks a little bit crafty and handmade and a little bit, nicer than just the graphic that I have up there now. So this should be up soon. I just need to photograph it and, like I said, put it up there. So I have that. And then the last project I have here, this is a baby quilt blanket. This was a kit that my sister-in-law bought to make for her new niece. It's a beginner's kit, and she bought the kit at a craft fair, And it comes with this minky fabric already cut into the strips, and the colors are all coordinated, this gray and pink and white. And it has the backing fabric, and there's also quilt batting in here. And you have to buy this spray adhesive, and she bought it to make it herself with my mother's help, and then I guess she just lost courage, so she asked me to do it for her. And the construction of it is pretty simple and straightforward, but this minky fabric is not a picnic to work with for a beginner. But the way that this is made is you have the backing material, you use the spray adhesive to stick the backing material onto the batting so it's treated as one piece, and then you put one strip in the center. So you would put this like center strip and you would spray adhesive it down so it would be attached to the batting, which is attached to the backing. Then you take this strip, so this gray strip, you would put it right sides together, and when you sew this seam down here, it would attach these two strips together, and it would quilt it through the batting and the backing at the same time. So that like construction aspect of it was kind of fun and simple and straightforward, and you get kind of a quilty look to it with all these different pieces, but it's, you know, not any difficulty in as far as like piecing and then quilting and then, you know, binding and all that. The only problem is it's just this minky fabric. It's just it's plush. It's got this like I don't know what you'd call it. It just has fur basically. It's a stretch material, so it has a pretty good give to it. It's also got directional naps, so one way it goes and the other way it doesn't. So if you flip this piece around, it doesn't go together. And it's just thick and kind of not easy to manage. So I liked the project and I liked the finished project, but I don't think that I'll be making another project out of minky fabric, although it's very nice and babies love it, and my little girl really likes this blanket, but it's not for her. Sorry. But it is a, what is it, 30? I think it ends up being 30 by 45 inches. And then you're supposed to put a binding on it, but all I did was the backing was a little bit wider than the finished project, so I just folded it over and top stitched it down and then mitered the corners, which not the best job. So one good thing about the fuzziness of the minky fabric is it kind of has camouflaged my poor attempt at a miter job there. But let me see if I can back this up a little bit so you can get kind of a better picture of what it looks like. I'll have to insert some photos of how it looks, but it's got these different pink and gray and white materials, and then some of them are kind of textured with these paisley and the polka dots. And then what she did is on the back side she has the baby's name and birthday embroidered on it, which I won't show you for privacy reasons. But those are all of the projects that I completed this month. I would love to hear what you're working on. You can leave me some comments down below. And if you would, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you like crafty projects, and I'll see you next month.